Hey, it's Mike with Fleetwood RV. Today we're back to take a look at another 2023 floor plan. This is the Flair 33B6, brand new for model year 2023. This unit features a very nice L-shaped kitchen, as well as a nice bunk area where the bottom is a couch that sits across from a nice entertainment area, and then it can also be folded down for additional sleeping as well. So here's the 33B6. This particular unit is the game day exterior graphic, and we have one other exterior graphic, and that's red line. For 2023, we now incorporate a nice gray gel coat. If you remember previously, model year 22 and prior, it was an almond color. So this gives it a very nice modern look. And even though this is the first step into a Class A motorhome, you still get no Luan backer. You're getting the same build quality as some of our higher end units. That way you don't have to worry about D-lambs. You don't have to worry about taking a big hit when you go trade this motorhome in. This motorhome is going to last you for many years. We'll start up front. Let's take a look at some of the features down the passenger side. Mirrors mounted up top. These are heated and electric mirrors. The cameras are incorporated up high on the sidewall. And what that's going to do is give us a nice view. We don't want those mounted down here. When they're down here, they get loaded up with road grime. It's hard to see out of them. You'll see the Ford V8 badge. We are powered by the Ford V8 that is producing 350 horsepower and 468 foot-pounds of torque. So more power than the V10 in previous years. This is a 22,000 pound chassis. So we got the 22,000 pound chassis paired with a 19.5 inch wheels. We got to have a window for our pets to look out. And not only is that for our pets, but it does give us a little added safety because we can see out the side and below if there's any cars out here when you're up at a stop sign, switching lanes or something like that. But moving on back, we have our exterior entertainment system. That's a 50-inch television. Perfect place to sit out here and relax after a day of camping underneath this large patio. And as far as storage, right here we have one storage bay, all metal lined. We have pass-through storage here. Now all of our storage compartments are, well, most of them other than the steel line ones, are rotocast. This is a military grade composite. It's not some thin plastic you have to worry about warping or cracking. You can put as much weight as you want in here, and these things are very solid. But again, pass-through storage. We have our pure sine wave inverter. Right here we have two disconnects. Now one of these are going to control our slide out disconnect, and the other one's going to control our inverter disconnect. Right above those were our slide out modules as well. We have two exterior speakers, and we have a radio that's on the nightstand in the bedroom, and whatever you're playing on that, you can also play on these speakers out here. Moving back a little further, this one is our propane tank. This is a 14-gallon propane tank, and we do have a quick disconnect right here. So if you have a grill you want to put out here, we can plumb that straight into our main propane tank. Or I've seen a lot of customers will take those little gas fireplaces or a gas heater, and you can set out underneath your patio. Makes it a little bit more enjoyable at nights. Right here is another pass-through storage compartment. And while we're in this compartment, if you look up, as I was mentioning, we get that same build quality as you get in high-end units. That's all sheet steel. So that's going to give you the best moisture protection there is. You don't have to worry about putting lawn chairs and tiki torches in there and ripping Darko. A lot of manufacturers are using Darko. With sheet steel, you're never going to rip that. Next luggage compartment, again, just another large storage area. You can never have too much storage in a motorhome. We'll move on to the back of the unit. We have a one-piece ladder. Right up top is our backup camera that does have one-way audio. So that way when your spotter's back here, they can communicate with you. We have the bumper, 7-point hitch, or 7-pin receiver, and then a 8,000-pound tow hitch. And this unit, if I remember correctly, is, I think you have 4,500 pounds of OCCC, and then on top of that you have another 4,000 pounds before you reach your GVW, or I'm sorry, your GCWR. So plenty of towing here. You could put in 2 ton of gear and still pull a 5,000 pound Jeep. So that's a lot of gear. Coming around to the driver's side, right here is our generator. It's behind this panel right here, and that's a 5,500 watt generator. That is directly below our 10-gallon water heater. We have our gravity fill for our 50-gallon fresh water tank. Right here we can plug into city water, and then our Sandy flush. So when you drain out your tanks, right here you can plug in, help clean everything out, make sure everything's operating smoothly. We have our fuel fill, and then in this compartment here we have a 50-amp power cord, and that is our transfer switch right there on the right. We'll have 2 cables coming into that and 1 coming out, and what that's doing is just it's picking which power to supply your unit by. So your generator is always going to take priority. So even if you're plugged in with this 50-amp power cord into the short cord, and your generator kicks on, the power from your generator is going to take priority over what's coming from the post. And the reason for that is we know the generator is producing clean power. Sometimes you don't know what's coming from the campgrounds. There could be spikes and surges in the electricity. And to the next compartment, we have our utility bay. So this is where we're going to come hook up our sewer hose or drain our tanks. We have the black valve and we have our gray tank valve. Our sewer hose connection is on a swivel, so that way it's easy to hook up. Then we can turn it down and we can run it out the hole that's routed in the bottom, and we can keep this all locked up. We have a whole house filter. This is the same filter you have in your residential home. We recommend you change that about every 8,000 gallons. So that way we know there's clean water coming into your unit. We have all exterior sensors mounted on our tanks to give you an accurate reading. And then our low point drains are right in here as well. So if you need to drain your water out of your lines, that's where you'll want to come and do that at. We have a exterior shower right up above, and that's a great spot to come and spray off your camping gear. Next compartment, this is all just a big, large storage area. And the last compartment on this side is pass-through storage. So we can put our tiki torches, our fishing poles, can't go camping without the fishing poles, and slide out modules that are mounted onto the side. So let's move up to the front. We just noticed a large panoramic windshield, so that way you have that uninterrupted view of everything you have beside you. Let's jump inside of the new 33B6 and see what makes this unit so special. So here's the 33B6 all closed up in travel mode. Let's look at what the access is like to our important amenities. We have full access to our dinette. We come back into the kitchen. This is a nice large open kitchen area, even closed up in travel mode. We have full access to our microwave, our stove, our sink. Even the doors that are behind the slide out are fully accessible. Directly across we have our refrigerator and freezer. Doors open up all the way. And our pantry, full access to the pantry. Coming back into the bathroom door opens away from us, so we do have pretty good access to that as well. And then a very cool feature in the B6 is this bunk area. So when you come back to it, the top bunk is folded up, or we can have it down for a sleeping position. But right here we have a sofa, and it does have seat belts so the kids can be strapped in safely. And they sit right across from a nice little entertaining area. So they have the TV here, they can be watching TV, they can be playing their gaming systems, all while you're driving. And then moving back even further, we go into the bedroom, and we have full access to the bedroom, and the bed's completely flat. That way you can take a nap while you're traveling down the road. So let's open this unit up and look at some of the features while it's in camping mode. So here it is, all opened up in travel mode. This particular interior decor is Silver Lake, and we have that paired with the Winter Fog white painted wood. We do have 4 different cabinetry options. We have the Winter Fog, and then we also have a Heritage white painted wood, which is very similar to this. It just does not have the gray inlays in all the recessed areas. But then we also have Greystone. And the last one would be English Chestnut. The English Chestnut is a kind of a natural wood grain, but it's not too dark, not too light. It's just that very happy medium there. We're going to jump up front, look at some of the features in the cockpit, and then we'll move our way back to the rear of the coach. First thing in the cockpit, we have privacy shades on all of our windows. The two side windows are manual, but the front shade is power. That switch is located right up here on the left by our auxiliary start. And plus, whenever we put these shades down, it helps our camera meter, so that way everything's not blown out. So the auxiliary start it's a nice safety feature that's going to prevent you from ever being stuck at a campground. If you ever get up in the morning, go to start your coach and it does not start, that means your chassis batteries are dead. You may still have power in your house batteries because you're plugged into shore cord, right? So if you come in here and hold down the auxiliary start button and then start your coach, that transfers the power from your house batteries into your chassis batteries. So just a nice little built-in safety feature. We have an automatic leveling system right here. It'll do auto leveling and it'll also do manual leveling if you choose to. Then we have multiple USB ports to charge all of our devices. We have 4 just in this center console alone. We also have 110 power hookups right at the feet of your passenger, so that way if they're working on the road. Then we have a nice pull out here for their office supplies and a laptop tray that comes out as well. So that really aids and helps out and allows your passenger to work comfortably. Right up above we have storage on all 3 doors. Everything's metal hardware. When you listen to these shut, you can tell how solid they are. And that's only 1 strut on these doors. The ones in the back have 2. Not only are those struts keeping your door from falling down, but they're also keeping your door closed. So that way when you take off quick, or if you have to make a last second turn, all of your supplies ain't falling out. So we mentioned working on the road. So this unit does come with a Wi-Fi Ranger. That's behind this false panel up underneath here, but our network password and ID is right there. So basically what you're doing is you're hooking all of your devices up to the Wi-Fi Ranger, and then you're going to hook your Wi-Fi Ranger to an established connection. And that does secure your network as well. But we have a drop-down bed right up above the cab. This is a 600-pound capacity, so the kids can get up there, romp around. You don't have to worry about them damaging the system. Both of our captain seats spin around to add additional seating to the living area right here. We have our dinette. This dinette does drop down, folds out for additional sleeping. We have storage underneath and a TV mounted up above it, which is kind of neat in the 33B6 and a couple other floor plans that we have. We still add the windows on the side of the TV. A lot of manufacturers, when they put your TV up over your dinette, they delete those windows. But we want to give you the option. You can never have too much ambient light coming into your motorhome. Right over across from that, this is the upgraded theater seating. Standard's going to be a jackknifing sofa, which again does fold out for additional sleeping. But this particular one has the theater seating in it. Storage right up above. There's all the plastic that goes on our furniture when we're done shooting this video. And 110 hookups and your park cables up there as well. So let's move back into the kitchen. And this is pretty unique. I've not seen a kitchen like this in a gas motorhome. You see how it has the nice L-shaped layout to it. Gives you plenty of countertop space and plenty of storage as well. We have storage right up above. This is your residential microwave, and then we have a 3 burning cooktop right here with your oven. There's a nice bank of 4 drawers, which nice cutting board, and extend it for additional countertop space. And if this isn't enough countertop space, even if you have this out, we also have another fold-up spot here. So plenty of countertop space. Another drawer underneath. We have 110 hookups here, 110 hookups here, and nice large storage area. Right here we have our solid surface covers that if you're not using your sink, we can use this for additional countertop space as well. Coming over to the refrigerator, we looked at this earlier, but nice residential refrigerator. This is a 12-volt refrigerator. And storage underneath. We have a pantry right off to the side of the TV. This is my favorite part of the motorhomes. Then moving back into the bathroom, we have 6 storage doors just in this bathroom. Porcelain toilet, no ABS in any of our products, and then a nice glass shower door and shower over there. But this right here is what makes the 33B6 really interesting. I've not seen this in too many Class A motorhomes. So we come back, we have a nice sitting area here. This is very comfortable, and again, we're sitting right across from entertainment system, so the kids can actually hook up their PlayStations, their Xboxes, whatever system they choose, and going to keep them occupied when you're taking those large or long drives. All the connections are already in this cabinet, so we can plug straight into there. We have your audio video ports plus an HDMI 110, so it's not sitting out looking tacky on your dinette. It's hidden away very nicely. And then if you want additional sleeping space, so all you got to do is pull these 2 pins, and then this folds down. And then if that's not enough sleeping space, this will jackknife out and we have more sleeping space. So let's take a look at that real quick. Just in this motorhome, we could have 2 sleep back here in the king bed. So that's 2, 1 here is 3, 1 here is 4. We'll come up front. We can drop this down, which is 5. This is a queen bed, so we can drop this down, which would be 6 and 7. And then this has the theater seating, but if we had the jackknifing sofa here, we could do 8. That's 8 sleeping spots in a 33-foot gas motorhome. That's pretty impressive. So we'll go back to the bedroom. So now we're in the master bedroom. First thing you notice, the big window lets all that ambient light coming in, and we will close that off for the sake of the camera. And then again, king bed here. We have nightstands on both sides of the beds with 1 drawer and 1 cabinet door for all of your personal belongings. Right up above, this is a huge storage area. It extends all the way through. And then on the foot of the bed, we have another window, a lot of storage behind our TV, and then 2 hanging wardrobes, 1 on each side, and 9 drawers. It is very impressive the way our engineering team was able to incorporate so much storage and sleeping space and just overall functionality into this motorhome. Nice prep space here, and 2 ACs come standard in the 33B6. And a neat thing about the ACs, again, we're talking about that high-end construction quality you're getting even in the first step into a Class A. All these are fully ducted ACs. So they are residential ducting that goes through all these ACs, where some of the other manufacturers route holes in foam. So that just really decreases how efficient your ACs are going to run. So all of our ducts run right down the middle, so they're still fully functional when your slide out boxes are closed. And plus there's no ducts in the floor. We don't want no holes in our floor. That's going to compromise the integrity of our floor, because we found out that when a unit comes back to the factory or other repair shops, if it has damage to the floor, more than likely it's going to be around where a vent or a register was in your floor. So all of our vents are in the side of our motorhome. So hopefully you can tell this is a very well constructed motorhome, plus it's a very unique and functional floor plan. The MSRP on this motorhome is $187,000. Again, that's MSRP. More than likely that's not what you're paying. So make sure you get with your local Fleetwood dealer and find out what the best deal is they can get you. And also, if you guys like this video, make sure you hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, because this is just the beginning of model year 2023. And if you have any questions, make sure you leave it in the comment section down below. Let us know what you think, and we'll see you on the next one.